Hi teacher, good afternoon. My name is Ernesto Lon Vargas and me and my partner will present about the Formula One. Formula One has always been considered the primary category of motorsports, not only for behind prestigious and followed automobile competitions in the world, but also for its avant-garde character. Over the decades, F1 has developed dozens of technological improvements that would later be used in street cars. In Formula One, where burn radial tires, the disc brakes used by early vehicles today, various types of suspensions, automatics, can can actuate gearboxes of energy recovery braking systems, which incorporate some EG and cars. Formula One cars are certainly spectacular. At the Monza circuit, Italy, they reached a speed of over 370 kilometers per hour. Surely you have seen a race, but do you really know how a Formula One works? The motor, since 2014, after expensive reforms by the International Automobile Federation, FIA, and F1 engine has become more complex. The current thruster are turbo hybrid engines powered by a 1,600 cc centimeters cubic capacity of and consists of various parts. A gasoline combustion engine with a turbocharger. The engine uses regular gasoline, although the team incorporates additives to increase its combustion energy to 102 octane. An electric motor consisting of two parts, the MGU or kinetic energy recovery motor and the MGUH, the thermal energy recovery motor. The MGUK harnesses the kinetic energy generated by movement of the crankcase engine. The engine of an Formula One is capable of generating a minimum power of 800 HP, 600 corresponding to the combustion engine and 200 from the electric motor. The Mercedes team, winner of the 2016 World Cup.
The tires. There are 7 tire compounds available for the 2020 season. 2 of these are for wet weather driving, the intermediate for light standing weather condition, and the full wet for heavy standing weather. These will be available to all teams at every Grand Prix. The remaining 5 tire compounds are for dry running and they are denoted C1 to C4, with C1 being the hardest type, meaning it provides the least grip but is the most durable, and C5 being the softest, having the most grip but being the least durable. The 5 tire compounds from a sliding scale of durability and grip levels. Pirelli will nominate 3 of the compounds to be run at each race. On these 3, the hardest compound will be named the hard tire for that weekend and will be nominated by a white sidewall, while the softest compound will be named the soft and will be denoted by a red sidewall, with the third of the nominated tires named the medium tire, which will be nominated by a yellow sidewall. The exception to this is a testing, where all 5 compounds are available and a different coloring system is used. C2, C3, and C4 are colored the same as the hard, medium, and soft tire respectively, and C1 and C4 and C5 have the white and red Pirelli logo respectively, with no colored sidewall. Pirelli designates three dry types of tires to be used for each Grand Prix based on the circuit. Drivers are to use at least two of the dry weather compounds tires during a race, unless the race is affected by wet weather.
The chassis. The chassis, virtually the entirety of a Formula One, is made of carbon fiber, a very resistant material that offers the advantage of being relative like. The chassis of a F1 is also made of this material. One of the most important parts of the chassis is the monocoque. This is the pilot's cabin, also known as a cockpit. It is the hardest part of the car, as it serves as the driver's survival cell. The monocoque protects both the body and the head of the pilot.
The aerodynamics. Part of it is an engine that produces close to 1000 HP, but the difference in lap time is mainly made of the F1 car's cornering abilities, and the main reason for them is aerodynamics. To put this into perspective, at what 100 miles per hour, a modern F1 car will produce roughly 750 kilograms of downforce. Since this is more than the minimum weight of the limit of the car, that this year is 743 kilograms, it means it could, in theory, drive upside down on the ceiling. However, it is not just about building on as much downforce as possible. An F1 car has to work in a number of different conditions, and it is never a perfect scenario. An F1 car leans to the side when it corners, dips down at the front when it brakes, and at the rear when it accelerates, and is often doing two of the three at the same time. And that's just the start of what is going on when it is on the limit of the track. The aerodynamics have to provide consistent and predictable amount of downforce at all times in all these conditions, without sudden change one way or another. This takes a great deal of analysis and number crunching using complex computer programs and simulation in wind tunnels like we are seeing right now. For the car to perform at its optimum, it is important to have a good balance between how much the car pushes down on the front of the wheels and how much it pushes down at the rear.
The steering wheel has the dashboard of the car. It is the place where the driver can control all aspects of the car. The flyer contains a display or screen. In it, the pilot has a rib counter and speedometer and can see to get engaged. It also displays the yellow flags and other data. The display also informs the pilot when the change gear on beep hard by headphones in also often used. The clutch and cams. Diverse regulators. In 10, they can choose configuration of input in curve, clutch engine map. The to deliver more or less power, which allow to save fuel or use maximum specifications to overtake, etc. Plurality of buttons. The radio button, the water dispense button, the one that activates to IRS, the DRS, the speed limit of pit stops. In short, the steering wheel is the brain of the car. Has wheel has the motor, it's heart.
brakes. A current F1 car's braking system is made of the brake disc, calipers, pedal, and master cylinder. Despite its acceleration available, the brakes are heavily regulated to limit their ability to deliver even greater performance. Slowing the car from 210 miles per hour approaching the third turn around the Montreal circuit Gilles Villeneuve, the driver will brake for just 2.09 seconds, slowing to 83 miles per hour in a mere 122 meters, which is about 20 car lengths. In order to achieve this amazing feat, more is required than just the brakes. It is the white Pirelli slicky tires from the traction, plus huge amounts of downforce and powerful leg muscles provides from the aerodynamics. It's only possible to get this 5G performance because the car has so much grip at the tire contact patch to make the best of the braking potential available. Most effort is required at the start of the braking event when downforce is the highest. The braking effort from the drivers is not quite on off, as they will need to ease back on the pedal as the downforce decreases with speed, in order to balance the retardation with the grip available. This blend of downforce, tires, and braking system makes F1 cars the most efficient decelerating race machines in motorsport.